I look up to Bud a lot. Honestly, he one of the realest dudes that I done met. He's still a normal person in his head. Like, he don't believe that he's above everyone else. And that's how I feel about myself.
You see me around a lot.
Oh, no.
Don't act like you ain't seen me around.
Them days.
He said that.
Bud, come on. Terrence talking, I try not to talk back. I try to just listen and
Straight, boom, straight shot. Like right here, boom, there you go. But you gotta make sure you step. Bam. That's when they're trying to run out. When they're trying to run, pop, there you go.
even if I don't feel the same way that he feeling at the moment, it don't matter. I still want to hear him out and try to understand what he's saying.
If you hear, pop, what do you think he can throw? The hook, because you out the way of the right hand.
He like a sponge. He soak up everything that he need to soak up, put it into his arsenal, and then he make the best out of everything that he learned from everybody.
Then throw it straight left to the body.
At the end of the day, you don't want to feel like a know-it-all. And the people that know it all are the people that don't go very far. You gotta always be a student. You gotta always be able to learn and pick up things from this person, that person.
Shakur Stevenson isn't treating this camp like just another title defense. He's sharpening blades in elite company, and that tells you everything about how seriously he's taking Teófimo López.
He's a work of art. Sky is the limit with Shakur. He got the boxing skills and the ability to, do whatever he wants in the ring. And it's going to be very hard to beat Shakur, with the skills that he possesses and the smarts that he has, and given the opportunity, I think he can pose a great threat to everybody in the division, and be the last man standing given the opportunity.
Shakur has been putting in work alongside Terence Crawford training at D1 Training Colorado Springs, the same high-performance spot where Crawford prepared for his Canelo showdown. That alone changes the temperature of this fight. This isn't just pads and cardio. This is elite-level problem-solving where timing, positioning, and mental discipline get tested every single round.
That I sent somebody to steal his passport, replicate his job, all types of weird stuff.
He called me earlier. He's like, yo, when you spar, I'm going to come to the gym. I'm like, I'm going to spar at 4 o'clock. I really didn't think he was going to pull up, but he pulled up. It means everything, his advice and listening to him in the ring. He calling out little shit. I'm trying to make sure I do what he says. So a hell of a blessing to have Bud, Floyd, all these guys backing me, and I appreciate them. I'm just trying to keep pushing and keep getting better and better.
Working with Crawford means Shakur is seeing real pressure, real IQ, and real adjustments, not rehearsed looks. You can bet they're drilling control under fire, subtle traps, and how to punish overcommitment without burning energy. It also says a lot about Shakur's mindset, because you don't bring in Crawford unless you're ready to be challenged, corrected, and pushed past comfort.
I hurt my hand. I was hurting it all throughout the camp.
I was feeling good.
I felt it just now. But I was trying to ignore the pain and keep it going, but it just got worse to the point where I couldn't really take it no more. I kind of felt it after my last fight. I'm like, man, just ignore it, because you're going to have to keep ignoring it every time you fight. You don't realize it until it gets to the point where you just can't take it no more. That video, even that video that got out of me hitting somebody with a body shot, I fell. I've been hitting it constantly over and over and over. I felt the pain badly that last time to where it's like I couldn't take it no more.
Training in that environment surrounded by championship standards and zero nonsense is about more than skill. It's about sharpening composure. Against a fighter like Teófimo López, who thrives on chaos and explosive moments, Shakur clearly wants his instincts tuned to calm precision under pressure. This camp feels intentional, serious, and quietly dangerous. The kind of preparation that doesn't talk much, but usually shows up loud on fight night. And just when you think Shakur grinding with Terence Crawford in Colorado is the final boss energy, here comes Keshan Davis sliding in with the calmest, most grown man breakdown of this whole thing. I'm listening to him and thinking, yeah, this is what it sounds like when someone's actually been in the trenches with both guys. And it isn't chasing clicks. He's not yelling, not picking sides like it's a Twitter poll. He's basically saying, relax. This fight is going to breathe before it bites.
At the end of the era, it may have been Teo and Shakur, especially if you would never fight Shakur, right? How do you see this fight playing out?
I see it playing out. Let's say, I see it starting off slow.
Okay.
And then I see as Shakur wins the first round, as Shakur wins the second round, slowly, I think Teo is going to eventually start picking it up and start imposing his will.
Right.
And then, you know, it's just going to go from there. That's how I think it's going to go.
That's a fair assessment.
That's a fair one.
Especially for that to be his brother.
I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be closer than people think.
And that part matters because when Keshin says it starts slow and then Timo ramps it up, that's not theory. That's lived experience talking. I like how he keeps it honest, too. No fake disrespect. No pretending one guy can't fight. He flat out says Teofimo can fight. And if you deny that, you're lying to yourself. At the same time, he doesn't duck it either. He still leans Shakur by points. Just closer than people expect. And that's the key word here. Closer. Not a cruise. Not a shutout. Not a viral meltdown. But a real fight where momentum swings and both guys have to answer uncomfortable questions.
Very good.
Hey, one thing I can say though, because you know, I've been seeing, we've been amateur together and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Teo can fight.
I'm telling you that. Teo can fight.
Winning back
If
then.
you said he couldn't, you'd be lying.
Right. That's a real assessment, though. I think Shakur still wins, but it's going to be closer than people think.
Teo is
nice.
a lot, man, no doubt.
Yeah, and Keyshawn, speaking of Teo, you know, you've been vocal about your desire to fight Teofimo Lopez. And of course, I was there in Las Vegas, right, when you FaceTime Teo. Now Teo's fighting Shakur Stevenson, but do we see Keyshawn and Teo at some point?
How was Teo acting when I FaceTimed him? Since you brought it up, how was he acting?
You tell me. You tell the people.
Why do I gotta tell you? What you asked me again? Because I want to answer that. What'd you say?
Yo, do we see you and Teo fight in the future?
Depending on what Shakur do with him.
Hey, losing to Shakur though.
What really stands out to me is how Keshin separates friendship from reality. He gives Shakur his flowers for being there in low moments. But when the bell rings, all that turns into analysis, not emotion. That's rare. No hype man talk, no burying anyone's future. Just it depends how you lose energy. And honestly, that's the most realistic take yet. This isn't legacy ending territory for either guy. It's legacy shaping territory. We're not watching a collapse. We're watching two timelines collide. And if you're expecting a one-sided story, Keshin basically told you to lower your volume and pay attention. /
It depends how bad he loses.
That's about to say.
So you think it's going to be bad?
Let's say he loses a competitive fight.
Yeah,
I think that would be the most common answer is Shakur outpoints him in a very competitive fight.
Beats him.
What then? What then for you and Teo?
For the businessman, huh?
All right, cool. Okay, since you worded it like that, I don't, because I won't go say that shit. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the future holds. I just know what I want to do, and I want to go to 147 and become a champion. Because I just feel like them guys just can't beat me from 140 to 147. And I just feel like, you know, I'm a surprise the boxing world. I'm small. I just moved to 140, and I'm gonna be fighting guys naturally bigger than me, and I'm gonna be stopping them. I mean, knocking them out.
I remember.
And that's gonna be very entertaining.
And right after Keshin gave us that calm, lived-in fighter perspective, the conversation naturally levels up when Teddy Atlas steps in. Because when Teddy talks, it's not noise, it's philosophy mixed with scars. I'm listening to him and thinking, yeah, this is the grown-up table of the discussion. No hype chasing, no viral soundbite hunting, just respect for two guys daring to dance when most would change partners. I love how Teddy shuts down the lazy narrative immediately. You don't get to accuse Teófimo López or Shakur Stevenson of ducking anyone anymore because this fight kills that argument on contact.
I want to piggyback a little bit off of what you just said. I want to start by just giving them credit. You know, a lot of these guys avoid certain fights. They're not avoiding them right now. You got to give them credit. A lot of people took shots at Shakur, you know, and Teofimo at certain spots. He's avoiding this guy. He's avoiding that guy. You can't take those shots at these two guys. Definitely can't now. They are stepping up and they are taking fights that a lot of people are probably surprised they took. Now, a lot of people will say style-wise, Teddy, style-wise, is this going to be a great fight? I don't know if it will. I mean, style-wise, I could see you having a little reservations. Two skillful fighters, two talented fighters, you know, two fighters that are at a high skill level that will compete in the sweet science.
The honesty about style is refreshing. This might not be fireworks every second, but it will be real boxing adjustments, space control, and timing. Teddy highlights Shakur's willingness to step inside, And that matters against Teofimo because you can't just live on the outside and expect peace. At the same time, Teo's power is the variable that changes conversations mid-round. Athleticism versus explosiveness, talent versus talent. This is the kind of matchup where one tiny decision can flip around. And for people who actually love the sport, that's exactly the point.
Teofimo showed you that he can fight inside, he can fight outside. He would have the advantage of power in this fight. You know one thing that I love about this fight, Bud? Shakur's very athletic, very talented. So is Teofimo. He's more explosive with power, but Teofimo is very athletic. He is very talented. You got two athletic guys, two talented guys. Again, Teofimo I would favor with the power. This is going to be interesting. I'll tell you, it's a lot to like about these two athletic, talented fighters.
And right after Teddy Atlas gives you that professor with a blackboard breakdown, the vibe shifts when Timothy Bradley Jr. jumps in because Tim doesn't analyze boxing like a spectator. He talks like a guy who's been in there, hearing his own heartbeat. I'm listening to him and thinking, yeah, this isn't about hype. This is a warning label. He's basically telling everyone, commentators included, if you come into this fight lazy, you're going to miss the whole story. This isn't a rock'em sock'em fight. This is a chess match where every inch is earned and every mistake is expensive. And I love how he frames it. Fundamentals versus explosion. On one side, you've got Shakur Stevenson, who treats defense like a locked door and only opens it when it benefits him. On the other side, you've got Teófimo López, a guy who doesn't need many invitations to turn a calm around into a problem. Bradley's message is clear. If you don't understand nuance, timing, and setups, you're going to call this fight boring and expose yourself in the process. This is boxing for people who actually watch boxing.